Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric. We got a special episode for you today. Recently, I painted up an Orc Berserker. We did some cool ground effects with snow and flowers. HugeMinis.com got in touch with me. They wanted to send over a sample of their snow product. So they've sent the sample. They didn't charge me for it, but we're going to do a review. I'm going to open up the package I got in the mail from them. We'll paint a mini up and use the snow, and I'll share my thoughts on it. So take a look. Here we go. Okay, so I've got the package here. I've scribbled out the names and everything, but we're going to do my very first unboxing video in this one too. So bear with me. Let's take a look. Easy peasy. Let's see. Ooh. Here we go. We've got HugeMinis.com, Huge Miniatures. Basing effects snow, 2 ounces. Looks like it's kind of a paste. Most of the snow effects I use now are either a paste or a powder, so this should fit right in. Let's see if we've got anything else in there. Oh, of course, their card. Check them out in Ohio. Very cool. I grew up in Michigan, so there's always some fun to be had in Ohio. Cedar Point. Greatest place on earth. All right, thank you very much. Here, let's get something painted up. Okay, so if you're anything like me, you like to do a pretty good job painting, but your goal here is to get it on the tabletop, not in an art exhibit. So we're going to focus on some simple and quick things. We're going to go through contrast paints. We'll do some detailing, of course, and we'll do dry brushing, and then we'll get into the basing. So we're going to start with a winter wolf, dire wolf, big wolf, something. It's Reaper Bones. I'll have the exact model in the description below. But let's get started. Okay. So with just getting some of this contrast paint on there, you can see the. Ooh, come on, camera. We're already looking more like a cold wolf. So this is just again, this is what I use as the primer, kind of as a base coat, and then we'll do everything off of that. And that is the Citadel contrast paint Space Wolves Gray. Kind of fitting, I think. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the ground now. So we're going to use Basilicanum Gray for the rocks, and I imagine we'll have the snow kind of around the rocks. Maybe use some of the Huge Minis bushes around that even too. So this is going to be a more traditional gray. Okay, so we will let this dry and we'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to darken up the mane a little bit. We're going to use some more contrast paints, Leviathan Blue. This is going to be a lot darker, but dry brushing will even us out. Alright, so we've darkened up the mane, brought a little bit on the tail, and the underbelly area. So that'll give us just a little bit of variation. Next, I think we're going to do some whitening, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to get a little spicy this time. We're going to take some Talisar Blue, which is a very blue, and we're going to come up on the whisker, puffy, I don't know, dog parts. But these bits on the face, and we hope we don't mess it up. Alright, so we did just a little bit. It's real easy to make this kind of super blue look a little too cartoony, but I figure a winter wolf, it breathes cold blasts out, kind of like thinking like a dragon shooting fire out that shoots cold out. So we can get a little weird, I think, with it. It'll be okay. We got him, and to make his skin areas look a little different, we're going to use some Aethermatic blue. This is a pretty thin one, but it looks kind of spooky, ghosty. So not sure how effective it'll be, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're actually gonna use a smaller brush here. So wish me luck. Again, it's still gonna look a little crazy right now. Sometimes we miss stuff. So on the bottom, you need to get that chin with that blue. But for the record, I don't know anything about Warhammer, so if I'm saying these names wrong, apologies. We're gonna bring that rock up a little bit. Some Black Templar. Okay, so remember how our colors still look a little wonky right now? As planned. We're gonna get crazy here. We're gonna take some soft tone Quickshade Army Painter, and we're gonna cover the whole thing. And what that'll do is it'll soften our colors and match them all to be blue tints on the brown. It's kind of a reverso, but it'll work. It's also gonna get dark, but it'll work out. We're gonna get a big fat brush for this because this is a mass paint job. Okay, so right now you're probably thinking, oh my god, what have you done? Just sit tight, because now we have those browns in there. So now if we dry brush with some cream tan colors, it'll work out and it'll still look wintry. Well, that's the plan anyway. Okay, so the Quickshade has dried. So now we've got we've got these nice darkness bits. We've got the different blues. And now we're going to dry brush to bring out some of the highlights before we actually do the highlighting. So we're going to use some Reaper Bones Tusk Ivory. You can see we're already bringing out, kind of neutralizing these with the cream up here. And we're going to do another coat with more of a white color. You know what, we're just going to keep that same. We're going to mix in some solid white. So at this point, we can start to do some detail, some highlighting. Okay, so we're actually going to use that same white, the solid white Reaper Bones. And hold our breath, because this is terrifying. Boom, and boom. And while we've got this white, let's put some teeth on. I find a lot of times the teeth, it doesn't matter if they're exactly perfect, but just being able to see, like, oh, those are some teeth, it works. And we're gonna risk it. We're gonna go for the paused claws. Now, this is a little more tealish blue than I was expecting. I don't know why. But Andorran blue, I think it's from the new Pathfinder set. We're gonna try that. So Surf Aqua, eyeballs. Now it's pure black. Stir it. Plot. We're going to trace around the eyes. So when you do that, you can sometimes get a little cartoonish, but it's also easier for it to stand out. We're looking a little crazy. We're going to do a little dry brushing on the rocky base, just a little bit. Okay, so we've got one crazy wolf. Okay, so we used the glossy varnish on him. And wanted him to look kind of like snowy and wet. And he does. Sorry about this camera. Got a new one on the way. He looks a little crazy, but I think it's okay. Okay, so we're gonna glue him to the base and then we'll start facing. Alright, so he is now glued to the base, and if we needed to, we could go just like this, right on the table. Start playing. This is clearly a winter wolf, but that's not why we're here, right? So we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna put a little snow and I think some flowers on here. So let's open up our brand new Huge Minis Facing Effects Snow. So new product for HugeMinis.com. Let's see. Ooh. Some delicious frosting. They're probably not supposed to eat. Yeah, I wouldn't smell it too much, but it looks cool. It's got a fun, let's see. It's got a fun, fluffy texture. Let's give it a shot. So the idea with this guy is that he's standing on a rock surrounded by snow. Not anything crazy, but let's go. Kind of like mashed potatoes, but in like a cool way. Rub that into nothing and surprise. Huge Minis, blue flowers. It's a blue wolf. So now we've got a wolf and some pretty good snow. This is very easy to apply. It took a second, but I'm new to it. Okay, I wanted to show you the snow effect dried up on just kind of a standalone, no touch-ups. So this is straight from the container, hardened up after a little while saving. Very nice. I like it a lot. It's like a nice potatoes. Alright, so the wolf, I sprayed a little more glossy varnish, just a little bit on the snow to pack it all together. Let's see where we're at. So here's you can kind of see the snow. I ended up going a little bit more, so it was just like walking path through rather than standalone rocks. His goofy looking face. The gloss on there is nice to keep him a little wet. And he's just guarding his little flower. Another quick side note about HugeMinis.com. I also use their grass effects and flower effects pretty regularly. This giant eagle will be up on FryMinis Instagram later this week, along with the wolf. So let's talk about the snow. So I like it. The snow from HugeMinis.com, it's nice. It has a kind of crinkly texture if you set it up right, or you can lay it out flat and try to get like fresh snow. I was very impressed with the flexibility of it. Just a little bit of gloss on there, but it's not shiny. Easy to use. It adhered great. HugeMinis.com, Huge Miniatures. Check them out on Instagram. So thank you, Huge Minis, for sending over this snow. I look forward to using more of your products in the future. Take a look, HugeMinis.com. All right, thanks for watching my first review video mixed in with a little painting session. I've got a new camera coming in, so it'll overhang, so hopefully some of those focus issues go away. Did you like what you saw here? Is this kind of a cool thing? I don't know. I hope so. Let me know. Thanks. Like and subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Thank you.